Welcome to this Christmas concert at St. Giles Presbyterian Church. We are actually hosting the pipe and drums of the Cameron Highlanders of Ottawa. And my name is Paul Wu. I'm a minister of the congregation, and it is my job to welcome you with the opening address. And I just want to say that after the concert, we have prepared lots of food downstairs. So you're all welcome to come downstairs. And if you haven't tasted the baking of St. Giles woman, you really should. That's why I am a little bit overweight here now. I want to say a few words about tradition. To some people, tradition doesn't sound like a good word. And I've heard someone once said that tradition is anything that people do twice in a row, then it's called a tradition. Well, if that's the case, this concert is a tradition. So ever since COVID, this is our third time in a row we have done this. I came here in 2020 in the middle of COVID. And I was told that this has been going on at St. Giles way before then. In, I believe, early 2000, we started this concert series. The concert has always supported the Centertown, what it used to be called Emergency Food Center. And it has been renamed Centertown Community Food Center. I believe after 20 years of operation, people just said that, well, we thought it was an emergency, we hope it will go away, but it is not going away. So food insecurity in the city, it is an ongoing concern. So we're very thankful. I saw a lot of you brought food and supported with cash and others, so thank you very much. And the director of the Centertown Community Food Center will say a few words after the concert and to thank everyone as well. And of course, when we talk about tradition, I need to say a few words about our long association with the Cameron Highlanders. St. Giles is a regimental church of the Cameron Highlanders. And this has been going on since the 1940s. And I believe at that time, Reverend Dr. John Logan Vengta was the minister and the chaplain of the regiment in the Canadian Armed Forces. And I still hear people talk about him as if that he was here yesterday, but he retired in the 70s, I believe. And but his impact to this community of faith has continued. And of course, this is a Christmas concert, so I also need to say a few words about the Christian tradition. And so this has been going on for over 2,000 years. And so this is a time in the season of Advent. Allow me to read a scripture passage. This is from the prophet Isaiah, chapter 2, and I'm reading from verse 2, 6, and 7. The people who walked in darkness have seen a great light. Those who live in the land of deep darkness, on them light has shined. For a child has been born to us, a son given to us. Authority rests upon his shoulders, and he is named Wonderful, Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Great will be his authority. Great will be his authority, and there shall be endless peace. For the throne of David and his kingdom, he will establish and uphold it with justice and with righteousness. From this time onward and forevermore, the zeal of the Lord of hosts will do it. And we give thanks to God for that. Amen. I will pass this time now to Warrant Officer Jason Cooper, who will be the MC for the evening. Jason?
Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Cameron Highlanders of Ottawa Holiday Concert here at St. Giles Presbyterian Church. My name is Warrant Officer Jason Cooper, and it's my pleasure to be your Master of Ceremonies this evening. First, we'd like to acknowledge that we are gathered on the traditional and unceded territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe people. We honor their long history on this land, and we're grateful to be able to gather here as a community this evening. It's truly wonderful to see you all here. The concert marks our third year back since the COVID pandemic, and each year it has continued to grow, not only in attendance, but also in the spirit and sense of community that it brings. Having you all here tonight makes this event what it is, and we're grateful that you chose to spend your evening with us. We are proud to hold this concert here at St. Giles, the regimental church of the Cameron Highlanders of Ottawa. This sanctuary carries deep meaning to our regiment. It's the home of our retired regimental colors, which hang here. Reminder of the service, sacrifice, and history of the Camerons, past and present. Performing within these halls is always a great honor, and it connects us to the long line of those who have served before us. Before we begin, we'd like to offer our thanks to Reverend Paul Wu for welcoming us once again into St. Giles. And a special thank you to Don Tate, who has been our contact with the church and has worked closely with us to bring this event together. Tonight's concert supports an important cause, the Centertown Community Food Center, as we just heard. And all donations connected tonight will go directly towards helping families in need in our community. Your generosity tonight will have real and immediate impact to people in this community this holiday season. And we thank you for contributing. So this evening, we'll hear from the Cameron Highlanders of Ottawa, Pipes and Drums, the MacDonald Highland Dancers of Ottawa, and the Governor General's Foot Guards. We're grateful for the time and the talent each group of artists brings to this event. Only through dedication of musicians and dancers that you're about to see and hear does an event like this come together. So we have a full and festive program ahead of us. So I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy an evening of Highland music, dance, and holiday spirit. So beginning our program tonight, we have the Cameron Highlanders of Ottawa Pipes and Drums, led by Pipe Major Sergeant Brennan Cock. They will open with a well-known traditional Irish tune, The Dawning of the Day. For their next set, the band will perform two 6/8 marches, Pipe Major Sam Scott and the Athol Highlanders. Pipe Major Sam Scott is named for one of the Cameron's most well-known and respected pipe majors. He served during the Second World War and left a lasting legacy on the Camerons. The Athol Highlanders is a famous 6/8 march associated with the Duke of Athol's private regiment in Scotland, the only remaining private army in Europe. Although ceremonial today, the tune carries a long tradition of Highland military music and is one of the most widely played 6/8s in the piping world.
March.
The next set will begin with the slow air, "For Ireland I Shall Not Tell Her Name." This tune comes from the story of a man whose brother was unfaithful to his wife. When pressed to reveal the woman's name, he refused, answering with the phrase that became the title of this air, probably immediately before getting on a ship to Montreal. Following the air, the band will perform a set of jigs, Bob's Balmoral, the Inglenook, and Nelson Mandela's Welcome to Glasgow. The next tune is the Steam Train to Malay, composed by Marianne McKinnon in 1993. It was written to capture the sound and the feeling of a steam engine leaving a busy station and picking up speed as it traveled. The route to Malay is famously served by the Jacobite steam train, the real locomotive that became widely recognized as Hogwarts Express in the Harry Potter films. finish their opening set, the band will march out with two 4/4 marches, Caberfae and the Craigs of Tumbledoon Mountain. Caberfae translates to the stag's antlers and is a traditional march, predating the 18th century. The Craigs of Tumbledoon Mountain is a much more contemporary piece, having been composed by Pipe Major James Riddell of the 2nd Battalion Scots Guards after the Battle of Tumbledoon Mountain during the Falklands War in 1982. It has since become one of the most widely played 4/4 marches in the piping world.
Quick march.
Next on our program, we'll be welcoming a quartet from the Governor General's Foot Guards. The Foot Guards are one of Canada's oldest and most well-known reserve regiments, with a long tradition of military music and ceremonial service right here in the National Capital Region. Their musicians support everything from community events to state occasions, carrying forward a proud heritage. I'll now hand things over to the Foot Guards Corporal Cousineau, who will introduce the quartet and their selections for the evening.
No, your eyes are not deceiving you. We have more than 4 saxophones tonight. which we are performing tonight as a saxophone ensemble. We're going to continue tonight with two pieces. The first, Siogan, which is a Welsh Christmas lullaby. And we'll be following that with a piece called Irish Sweet, which is a medley of familiar Irish tunes. Here is Siogan and Irish Sweet.
Wow. Camera. 他刷一把，但不小心刷到奶头，很痛。有东西掉了，还好吗？喜欢哦。还有吗？他18个，再加9个这种，让他吃。这个是什么？在做题吗？这个做题。这个体验了。
On baritone saxophone, we have Corporals Mitchell Pong and Hishaw Hardy. On alto saxophone, we have Corporal Madeline Rice and musician Morgan McCarthy. On tenor saxophones, we have musician Sarah Ramsey and Corporal Ketkin Gendel. And on soprano saxophone, I'm Corporal Michel Cuisinot. Thank you. I'd like to take this opportunity also to thank the Cameron Highlanders for inviting us to this concert for a wonderful cause. It's a great way to start the festivities, the holiday season, and we've done this engagement a few times and we're always happy to be here. So thank you very much to the Cameron Highlanders of Ottawa. We'd like to finish our set tonight with two holiday classics. We'll be playing It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas and The Christmas Song.
let's have a round of applause for the ensemble and that fantastic set of music. Next on the program, we have the Cameron Highlanders of Ottawa Ceilidh Band. A ceilidh, from the Gaelic word for gathering or visit, is a traditional social event filled with lively music, dancing, community, and spirit. Our Ceilidh Band brings that same energy to the stage tonight. This ensemble features 4 of our Cameron musicians: Corporal Cameron Aldis performing on the guitar and barone, Corporal Richard Chater on the small pipes, Corporal Hayden Landolt on the uilleann pipes, and drummer Sarah Peters on the fiddle and whistle. The first set the Ceilidh Band will be playing begins with the popular Christmas carol, I Saw 3 Ships, followed by the traditional Irish jig, The Lark in the Morning. I Saw 3 Ships is an old English carol with roots going back to Derbyshire in the 1600s. Like many traditional folk songs, it exists in many different versions and lyrics and has been published and recorded countless times over centuries. Lark in the Morning is a classic Irish jig, first published in the 1920s and is a staple of traditional Irish sessions around the world. That was just as good as the other staple of Irish sessions, Guinness. Also, it occurred to me while listening to that how a song about ships gets written in Derbyshire, a landlocked county, it must be a myth lost to history. The next piece is performed by the band is called the Ashokan Farewell, composed in 1982 by American fiddler J. Unger. It was written in the style of a Scottish lament and originally served as a parting tune at the Ashokan Fiddle and Dance Camp held each year in upstate New York. You may recognize the tune as the theme from Ken Burns' 1990 PBS documentary about the American Civil War, where it became widely known and loved. The next set features two traditional tunes. The first is a Kurunan Goa Vasakrik, try saying that 3 times fast, and which translates into herding the goats upon the crags. It's a traditional Gaelic melody, often performed as part of a purshabru, or mouth music, where Gaelic lyrics are set to dance tunes, traditionally sung to accompany dancers or to stand in for instruments, presumably because the goats ate your instruments. band will now perform a set of two traditional Scottish folk songs about the Hebrides, Skye Boat Song and Mingulay Boat Song. Skye Boat Song tells the story of Bonnie Prince Charlie's escape to the Isle of Skye following the failed Jacobite rebellion of 1745. It remains one of the most recognizable songs connected to that era. Mingulay Boat Song speaks to the Hebridean fishermen returning home to their families on the Isle of Mingulay, one of the most remote islands of the Outer Hebrides, after long stretches spent at sea. The Cayley Band will now finish their act with Good King Wenceslas, followed by Winter Waltz. Good King Wenceslas was written in the 1850s and based on a 13th century Finnish melody. It has become a classic Christmas carol sung by families around the world. Winter Waltz is a late 1990s composition by Toronto bagpiper Rob Crabtree, first appearing on his 2000 album, A Piper's Christmas. It's a bright, quick-time waltz that captures the movement and lightness of winter flurries, although I'm not quite sure we need to be reminded of that this year. Well, that was much nicer than a snow squall. All right, let's give it up for the Kylie Band one more time. Woo! We will now take a 10-minute intermission. This gives our performers a chance for a quick wardrobe change and a bit of tuning, because even the best instruments need a moment, especially on a winter night, much like people do. Please feel free to stretch your legs, use the washroom, or take a moment just to enjoy the space. We'll begin again in 10 minutes. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Next, we are pleased to present the MacDonald Highland Dancers of Ottawa under the direction of Gillian MacDonald and Kaylee Armstrong. The MacDonald Highland Dancers are a long-standing Ottawa dance school dedicated to preserving and promoting the rich traditions of Scottish Highland dance. For more than 50 years, they have provided high-quality instruction to dancers of all ages and all levels, whether training for competitions, performances, exams, or simply dancing for the fun of it. The school is led by Gillian MacDonald, a member of the Scottish Dance Teachers Alliance, and a judge with the Royal Scottish Official Board of Highland Dancing. Also by her daughter, Kaylee Armstrong, a former Canadian champion, as well as an accomplished director, choreographer, and performer. If they were up here. We'll just wait for them to come up. Yeah. Yes. Perfect. To begin their performance this evening, the dancers will present a piece set to Christmas in Killarney by the Barra McNeils. Please welcome the MacDonald Highland Dancers of Ottawa.
Later. Yeah.
Father
The next dance will now continue with a piece set to Adelaide's by the Scottish neo-trad group Nos. It's a modern tune with a flowing, expressive melody that beautifully lends itself to contemporary Highland choreography. It's a wonderful contrast to the opening number and a showcase to a different side of Highland dance that blends traditional technique with modern musical influences. It's a quieter piece, more reflective moment in the program, and highlights the precision, control, and artistry that Highland dancers trained for over many years. The dancers will now conclude their set with a piece performed to Angels We Have Heard on High, arranged by Natalie McMaster and Donal Leahy. Their version blends the classic Christmas carol with the drive and lift of a Cape Breton fiddle music, giving the tune a bright, energetic feel that works perfectly with Highland dance. Please enjoy this final piece. Let's take a moment to thank the McDonald Hound Dancers of Ottawa for their wonderful performance this evening. Their artistry and long tradition of Highland dance have been a fantastic addition to the concert this year. We are very grateful to have them with us. We'll now turn things back over to the Cameron Highlanders of Ottawa Pipes and Drums for our final set of the night. As is tradition at this concert since the post-COVID revival, we begin our set with a short solo from The Balcony, a somewhat familiar Christmas tune played by our very own Corporal Man that you may recognize. Next, the band will perform two 9/8 retreat marches, the Battle of the Somme and the Book of Remembrance. Retreat marches are traditionally played at a slower, steadier tempo, music originally intended to guide tired soldiers back to camp after battle, offering a calm and dignified pace. The Battle of the Somme commemorates one of the most significant and tragic battles of the First World War, and the Book of Remembrance is named for the actual books of remembrance housed at the Parliament of Canada, which are turned every day to display the names of Canadian soldiers who have died in major conflicts. This tune was composed by Pipe Major, Master Warrant Officer Alan B. Clark, in honor of that tradition. next piece is the well-known Christmas hymn, O Come All Ye Faithful. Recognized and sung around the world during the holiday season, tonight the pipes and drums will bring their own setting to this classical Christmas carol.
Quick march.
The band will now move into one of the more exciting parts of the program, as if there could be one. And they'll begin with the slow air Home of the Kyles, then launch straight into a lively reel set featuring Hamilton's Nutsack, Caberfy, and Coca-Cola Queen, a fast-paced mix that will challenge their fingering. now come to the traditional bugle call known as lights out. Bugle calls have a long history in military life, originally used to communicate commands on the battlefield. Signals that have to be heard clearly over distances, chaos, and noise. That tradition continues today as part of the heritage of our regiments. In the Canadian Army, this particular call is closely associated with the last post. Historically, these signals marked the end of the day in camp, a moment when duties were completed, sentries were posted, and the perimeter was secured for the night. Over time, last post has taken on a deeper meaning, symbolizing the end of a soldier's life and their final rest. And the rouse, played afterwards at memorial events, represents the awakening into a new life. This evening, however, we use lights out in its traditional sense, the closing of the day. At this time, I would like invite those who are able to stand to turn your attention to the balcony behind you, where our very own jubber Walter Chater will perform the call Lights Out. Before we close tonight, I would like to offer a few final thank yous. Reverend Wu might first like to give a word. Pardon? Oh, okay. Dennis would like to give a few words.
Hello, hello. Can everyone hear me? All right. Wow, that was amazing. That's I don't know how to follow that up. I get goosebumps. I asked if I could speak again, just to say thank you very much for everyone who did come out tonight, for all the food you brought, for the donations you made at the food center. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. And he was speaking about tradition at the beginning, so I guess this has now become my tradition. Last year was my first venture into speaking and thanking people, so I have survived a year at the food center, and so this is a tradition for me. So I'll see you here again next year, and hopefully one day we can, get together for this event, and I can say, you know what, guys, I don't need your help anymore. I don't think in the near future. Things are getting tough out there, and we are definitely seeing a lot of people coming to the food center. A few people have asked me, how's it been going lately? We're definitely seeing a lot of people accessing the food center, but I do have to say everyone else in our community has been amazing. There has been a lot of food donations, there's been a lot of monetary donations over the last year, so as it's been getting harder and the need's been growing, all of you have also stepped it up, and everyone has supported us immensely. So thank you for everything you have done, and I'm going to thank you for everything that I'm going to ask you to do in the near future. As a tradition, this definitely gets us into the Christmas spirit. So hopefully everyone has a great rest of December and happy holidays. And please don't rush out of the building. I hear there's tons of food downstairs. 3 or 4 people have asked me to please beg of all of you to please come downstairs. We have lots of food, coffee, drinks. You get to meet the musicians, thank them personally. If you have any questions about the food bank, I'll be down there as well. I'll definitely be near the coffee pot. Thank you very much. I hope this is a great tradition to start off your Christmas spirit, and turn it back over to you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So before we close tonight, now it's my turn to offer some thank yous. Thank you to Reverend Paul Wu for having us in the church, and Don Tate for being our church liaison to St. Giles. Thank you to the McDonald Highland Dancers of Ottawa, the Governor General's Foot Guards, our Kylie Band for their performances this evening. And of course, thank you to members of the Cameron Highlanders of Ottawa Pipes and Drums for all the work that they've put into preparing this wonderful performance. And most importantly, thank you everyone here for donating to the Centertown Community Food Center and for joining us here at this concert. As we finish the concert, we invite you downstairs to coffee and snacks, as has just been said. To finish our program, the Pipes and Drums will perform our traditional regimental marches, beginning with the Regimental Slow March, with No Away to Bid Away, followed by the March of the Cameron Men and the Pibroch of Donald Dew. Once again, thank you all. Let's get the growlies into you.